Welcome, my friends. Come closer. Imagine we are sitting beneath a wide night sky, where the wind moves softly across high mountains and ancient plains. The air is cool. The stars above us are the same stars that once shone over caravans, kings, poets, and dreamers thousands of years ago. Tonight, I want to share a story. Not only a story of crowns and conquests, but a story of endurance, a story about a civilization that refused to disappear. This is the story of Persia, known today as Iran, a land where history breathes and memory never truly fades. Close your eyes for a moment. When you hear the word Persia, what appears in your imagination? Perhaps you see colorful carpets, shining palaces, desert moons, or gardens filled with roses and flowing water. Maybe you think of ancient legends and magical tales. Those images are not wrong. Persia has always carried an air of poetry and mystery. But Persia is more than romance. It is a foundation stone of human civilization. Today, on the map, we see the nation of Iran. The name Iran comes from an old word meaning land of the Aryans. Meanwhile, Persia was the name used by outsiders, especially the Greeks, because powerful rulers once came from a region called Pars. Over time, the name Persia became associated with a vast and influential culture. When we speak of Persia, we speak of a civilization over 2,500 years old, a civilization that built bridges between worlds. Let us travel back about 2,600 years. The ancient world was unstable. Small kingdoms fought constantly, cities rose and fell. In that age, a remarkable leader emerged, Cyrus the Great. Cyrus was remembered not only for military victories, he was remembered for his ideas. He founded the Achaemenid Empire, one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. It stretched from parts of South Asia to the Mediterranean Sea. But what made Cyrus different was not just expansion, it was his policy of respect. When he conquered lands, he often allowed people to keep their religions, languages, and traditions. Instead of forcing sameness, he encouraged diversity. A small clay artifact, known as the Cyrus Cylinder, records his declarations of restoration and respect. Many historians view it as one of the earliest examples of principles resembling human rights. In a world shaped by conquest and fear, this approach was revolutionary. Under later rulers, like Darius I, the empire grew stronger. Roads connected distant cities. Trade flourished. A system of messengers carried information across thousands of miles. Administration became organized and efficient. It was an early model of governance across cultures. But history never stands still. From the west came a young Macedonian king, Alexander the Great. His ambition was vast. His army was disciplined. In a series of dramatic battles, he defeated the Persian ruler Darius III. One of the most symbolic moments was the burning of Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the empire. Flames consumed magnificent halls and columns. Many believed Persian power had ended forever. Yet, something unexpected happened. Instead of erasing Persian culture, Alexander absorbed parts of it. He adopted Persian dress. He married a Persian noblewoman. His empire blended Greek and Persian traditions, creating what historians call the Hellenistic period. Persia had lost political control, but its cultural influence survived. After Alexander's empire fragmented, new Persian powers rose again. The Parthians and later the Sassanids rebuilt strong states. For centuries, they stood as rivals to Rome. Their cavalry units became legendary. Their architecture flourished, leaving behind monumental structures like the Grand Arch of Tak Khosra. During the Sassanid era, an ancient faith known as Zoroastrianism shaped spiritual life. Its core message was simple, yet powerful: good thoughts, good words, good deeds. It emphasized moral responsibility and the symbolic power of light over darkness. Even today, the Persian New Year, Nowruz, continues traditions rooted in this ancient heritage. Families gather, homes are cleaned, and new beginnings are celebrated with hope. In the 7th century, a major transformation occurred. Arab armies introduced Islam to the region, the Sassanid Empire fell, and Persia became part of the expanding Islamic world. Yet again, Persian identity did not vanish. Instead, Persian scholars played central roles in what later became known as the Islamic Golden Age. Mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy advanced rapidly. The mathematician Al-Khwarizmi developed systematic methods that shaped algebra. The term algorithm comes from the Latinized form of his name. The physician Avicenna wrote the Canon of Medicine, a medical encyclopedia used for centuries in both the Islamic world and Europe. In centers of learning like House of Wisdom, scholars translated and expanded upon Greek, Indian, and Persian knowledge. Rather than isolating ideas, they connected civilizations. Persia once again became a bridge. But perhaps Persia's most enduring legacy lies in its poetry. In Iranian homes today, volumes of poetry remain treasured possessions. The poet Rumi wrote verses about love, unity, and the search for meaning. His words are still quoted worldwide. Another beloved poet, Hafez, is often consulted in moments of uncertainty. Many families open his collected poems at random, seeking guidance in metaphor and rhythm. Persian culture values beauty in language, architecture, and daily life. The city of Isfahan became a masterpiece during the Safavid era. Its grand squares, intricate mosques, and blue-tiled domes reflect artistic brilliance. Under Shah Abbas I, the city became a center of trade and diplomacy. The Safavid dynasty also established Shia Islam as the state religion, shaping Iran's distinct religious identity in the region. Persian carpets, handcrafted over months or years, tell stories through patterns. Gardens are designed as reflections of paradise. Even daily conversation includes refined politeness known as taraf, a complex etiquette that emphasizes respect and generosity. In the 20th century, Iran faced rapid modernization, political tension, and foreign influence. Oil transformed its economy. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution dramatically changed the political system. Through all these transformations, one quality remained constant: resilience. Resilience is the ability to endure storms without losing your roots. Iranian culture continues to celebrate Nowruz, recite poetry, create art, and value education. Despite challenges, families gather, traditions endure, and identity remains strong. When the world sees headlines about Iran, it often sees only politics. But beneath those headlines lives a civilization layered with thousands of years of art, scholarship, and memory. Persia teaches an important lesson. Power may fade, borders may shift, rulers may fall, but culture, when deeply rooted, survives. It survives in language. It survives in stories. It survives in the quiet pride of people who remember where they came from. So when you look at a star in the night sky, remember that those same stars once shone over Cyrus and Darius, over scholars and poets, over traders crossing deserts, and families celebrating new beginnings. The story of Persia is not a story locked in the past. It is an ongoing narrative, one of endurance, creativity, and identity. History does not move in straight lines. It moves like a river, sometimes calm, sometimes wild, sometimes forced into new directions. Persia's river has changed course many times, but it has never dried up. After the Safavid Golden Age, internal struggles and foreign pressures weakened the empire. Afghan invasions shook the land. Later, the Qajar dynasty ruled during a period when European powers were expanding rapidly. Russia and Britain competed for influence in the region in what historians call the Great Game. Persia stood at the crossroads again, strategically important, culturally rich, but politically pressured. Yet, even in times of weakness, cultural life did not stop. The Persian language remained a powerful force across Central and South Asia. For centuries, it served as a literary and administrative language in many courts, including parts of the Indian subcontinent. Poetry, calligraphy, and miniature